Today, I am not speaking as a relationship expert. I'm speaking as a wife, a woman who had to unlearn survival, a woman who experienced the difference between love that drains you and love that holds you. So stay until the end because the last part is the part that decides everything. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Dee, and if you are new here, welcome. If you've been here for a while, thank you so much for staying. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps support real conversations like this. I also want to address something from my previous video. Someone asked why I put wife in my YouTube banner when my channel is not mainly talking about relationships. And I actually loved that questions to be honest. Because here's the truth. I am a full-time homemaker and I am proud to be a wife to my husband. Not because it's, trendy, not because it looks good online, but because this role changed who I am as a woman. My husband fully supports me creating content, sharing my real life stories, and speaking honestly, even when it's uncomfortable. And the reason I include him in my videos is very simple. This relationship changed how I see men, changed how I see myself, changed how I understand love. The relationship content I talk about today exists because of him. So, this topic is not a theory, it's not just in my mind. It's a lived experience because I am a living proof that a true man, a man meant for you, activates your feminine side, not by force, not by control, but by safety. So, come on, let's get into it. First thing is, women feel safe with their man. The first thing women feel with the right man is safety. And I need to be very clear. Safety is not him being jealous or monitoring you. Safety is not control disguised as protection. Because real safety films your calm. My man makes sure I'm safe in everything, whether it's food, friendships, my environment, or our relationship. He cares about what I consume physically and emotionally. He pays attention to who has access to me. Not because he owns me, but because he values me, my well being. He protects the relationship even when I'm not around. He does not entertain disrespect. He does not allow outsiders to interfere. He does not create cracks for doubt to enter. And because of that, I know we have each other, that we move as one unit. And I don't feel like I have to defend myself constantly. I don't feel like I have to over explain myself. I don't feel like I have to be tough to survive love. When a woman feels safe, she softens. Not because she's weak, but because she's no longer has to be strong all the time. And if a woman seems guarded, aggressive, or emotionally distant, it's not because she's broken. It means she don't trust you or anybody. She don't feel safe. Safety is the foundation of everything. And when safety becomes consistent, something shifts internally. The mind quiets and peace enters. So the second one, women have peace. Peace is not something you force yourself to feel. I think peace is not pretending you're okay. Peace is not being the chill wife or the chill woman or girlfriend. Peace is not staying silent just to keep the relationship. Because real peace is felt in the body. When a woman is with the right man, her body is calm. Her shoulders are relaxed. Her breathing is steady. Her mind is not constantly scanning for danger. She does not wake up with anxiety in her chest. She doesn't go to sleep questioning his loyalty or her worth. She doesn't feel like she has to stay alert all the time. That's how you know peace is real. Peace does not come from blind trust. Peace comes from earned trust. A man earns a woman's peace by being consistent when it's inconvenient, by telling the truth even when it's uncomfortable or it hurts, by choosing their relationship even when nobody is watching. Because with the right man, a woman does not worry about him going anywhere or trying to cheat on her. Not because she's naive, not because she's insecure, but because he has shown her over and over again that he respects her and the relationship. There are no mixed signals, no disappearing acts, no suddenly personality changes. What you see is what you get, like my husband said. And consistency creates calm. Peace is also comes from respect. A man who respects you don't flirt with other women as a joke. He takes you seriously. He does not entertain attention that does not belong to him. He does not put himself in situation that could damage your trust. He protects the relationship even when you're not around. And that kind of respect allows a woman to stop policing. She's not going to check her phone. She'll not stalk your social media or read into every delay or a missed call because her intuition is not screaming at her. And this is very important. Peace is not absence of conflict. Healthy couples still disagree. Yes, they still argue. They still have difficult conversation, but those conflicts don't threaten the relationship. There is no fear of abandonment. There's no fear of being replaced, no fear of being blindsided. Because peace means even when things are hard, the foundation feels solid. And if a man constantly makes you anxious, confused, or insecure, that is not love. That is your nervous system warning you. If you're always overthinking, replaying conversations, or trying to read between the lines, girl, something is off. A woman in peace does not feel the need to chase clarity. Clarity should already be there. Should there. Because is when peace is when loves is it's not chaotic. When silence does not feel threatening, that's peace. When distance does not create panic, when trust does not feel fragile. And here's the truth people don't want to hear. A woman will choose peace over passion every single time. Once she's healed, because passion without peace is exhausting, excitement without security burns you out. And a chemistry without safety keeps you anxious. Peace is what allows love to grow deeper over time. It's what makes a woman stay. It's what makes her invest emotionally. It's what her commit fully. And when a woman has peace, she stops looking for exits. She's not waiting for the next red flag. Or she's not bracing for disappointment. She's present. She's there. That's how you know a woman feels safe with a man. And not because she's loud about it, but because she feels safe. She's calm. She has peace. But peace without direction leads to comfort without growth. The third one is the man gives her direction. Let's be very honest about this one. Women don't get tired of love. They get tired of guessing. Guessing where the relationship is going, guessing how the man feels, guessing if she's building with him or just a passing time. Guessing drains women emotionally faster than anything else. When a woman is with the right man, there is direction. Not perfection, not everything figured out, but clarity. A man who is meant for you does not keep you in limbo or any guessing game. He doesn't say, let's just see where it goes. That's BS. When he already knows what he wants. He does not avoid future conversations. He doesn't act serious one day and distance the next because he's bored. Direction is shown through intentional behavior. He knows what kind of life he wanted. He knows what kind of partner he wants beside him. And he knows whether or not you are part of that picture. And most importantly, he includes you. You're not watching him build his life from the sidelines. You're not just an option waiting to be chosen. You are a participant in the vision. He asks your opinion. He considers your comfort. He makes decisions with us in mind, not just me, 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 me. That's direction. And here's something important. Direction does not mean control. It doesn't mean he dictates your life. It means he leads with consideration. Leadership in a relationship is not dominance. I think it's called responsibility. It's saying, I'm thinking ahead and I'm thinking about us. When a woman feels included in a man's direction, her anxiety drops. She's not wondering if she's temporary or questioning her place or holding back emotionally just in case. Because clarity creates emotional safety. And let me say this clearly: a man does not have to be rich, perfect, or at the top of his career to provide direction. He just needs to be honest about his goal, about his capacity, about his intentions. Because women can handle struggle. Women can handle growth seasons. What women cannot handle is uncertainty disguised as potential. A woman will emotionally detach long before she physically leaves if she feels like she's just waiting for commitment, for consistency, for clarity. Directions also shows up in planning. And planning does not mean controlling every detail. It means thinking ahead, talking about the future, and making realistic plans, including timelines, instead of empty promises. And when a man does this, a woman naturally invests. The woman supports him, builds with him. She aligns herself with the vision because she knows where she's going. They have direction. However, this is the hard truth. When a man has no direction, a woman eventually stops following. Not because she does not love him, but because love without direction feels unsafe. Women don't need guarantees, they need intent. Direction is intent in motion. And when a woman sees that, of course she stays. And when direction is clear, appreciation becomes deeper. So moving to fourth one, they both feel appreciated. This part is where a lot where a lot of relationships quietly fall apart. Not because of cheating or because of big fights, but because one or both people start feeling unseen. Appreciation is not about compliments, it is about acknowledgement or about feeling like what you do matters. Because in our relationship, we are a traditional family. So my husband works really hard to provide financially, and I stay home and make sure the house is running. That is our setup. That is our agreement from the beginning. And that is what works for us. But let me be very honest about this. It was not easy for me at first. It was hard to accept that I don't make money. Society teaches us that worth is measured by income, that productivity is equals value, that if you're not earning, you're depending, you're not worth it. And that messed with my hand, to be honest. I questioned my contribution, my importance, my identity. When my husband never made me feel small, he never treated me like I was just staying home. He never acted like my role was less than his. Instead, he made something very clear. He wants me safe. He wants me supported. He wants me focused on building a peaceful life. Because he is working hard not just to earn money, but to give us stability, security, and a future. And when I understood that, my perspective shifted. I realized something important. What I do allows him to do what he does. My role creates the environment that supports his role, and appreciation started flowing naturally. We thank each other constantly, not just for big things like paying bills or handling major responsibilities, but for the small, everyday things like opening the door, cooking a good meal, filling up the water cups, making coffee, doing chores without being asked, showing up tired but still present. These things seem small, but they're not. Small acts repeated daily build emotional safety. Appreciation says, I see you, I notice your effort, I don't take you for granted at all. And when both people feel appreciated, resentment does not have room to grow. Because resentment starts when effort feels invisible. When one person feels like they're giving more and being noticed less, and let me say this clearly, appreciation has to go both ways. A provider needs to feel respected, and a homemaker needs to feel valued. A working partner needs recognition, a supportive partner needs acknowledgement. When appreciation is one sided, bitterness builds. When appreciation is mutual, love stays soft. And people don't talk about this. A lot of relationships don't fail because love is gone. They fail because appreciation stopped. People stop saying thank you, stop noticing effort, stop expressing gratitude, and slowly love turns into obligation. But when appreciation is practiced daily, even in the smallest ways, it keeps relationship human. Not transactional, not entitled, but connected. Appreciation reminds both people we're on the same team, and when both partners feel seen, valued, and respected, they protect their relationship naturally. That's why appreciation is not optional, it's maintenance. But appreciation without emotional safety is incomplete. And that goes to our last one. Women feel heard, supported, and not judged. This is the part that most people skip. When they talk about relationships, but in reality, it is the deciding factor. A woman can feel safe, can have peace, can see direction, can feel appreciated. But if she does not feel emotionally safe, if she doesn't feel heard and understood, nothing else matters. This is where love becomes real or falls apart. A woman knows he's the man for her when she can exist fully without shrinking, where she can express anger, sadness, excitement, or anxiety without fear. She can speak her truth without being dismissed. She can cry without shame. She can be vulnerable without judgment. Because in my relationship, my husband reads my energy. He senses when I'm irritated, stressed, anxious, or overjoyed, even without me saying a word. And he doesn't judge me. He doesn't criticize, doesn't make me feel I'm overreacting or just too much. Even during my monthly period, he will never be embarrassed to buy me a pad or to talk about what I need, even if he does not fully understand the details. And that might seem small, but it's huge because emotional safety like this is rare. It allows a woman to fully relax in a relationship. It allows her to stop pretending or to stop performing. Because when a woman feels heard and supported, she can love fully without fear. And here's the most important part: emotional safety is what determines whether a woman stays for the long term or starts detaching emotionally. Women don't leave because the house is not clean or because he didn't plan a date. They leave because they feel invisible, dismissed, or constantly judged. No amount of gifts, protection, direction, or appreciation can replace being truly seen and understood. Women can forgive mistakes, they can forgive failures, they can forgive you for a million times. They can forgive financial struggles, arguments, and stress. But they cannot forgive a man who invalidates their feelings or ignores their emotional needs. A man who creates emotional safety is a partner, a teammate, and a sanctuary. And that safety activates a woman's trust, her commitment, and her love in ways that nothing else can. So when my husband supports me emotionally, when he truly listens, I feel connected to him in a way that makes every other aspect of the relationship stronger. I trust him more. I respect, invest in him more. Because a woman will give her all when she knows her heart is protected. And this is why I always say if you want to know whether he's truly the man for her, ask yourself this question: does she feel fully herself with him? Can she be messy, emotional, angry, sad, silly, happy, anxious, and still safe and loved? If yes, he's the one. If not, everything else, the protection, the direction, the appreciation, is just noise. The most important thing in a relationship is emotional safety because that is what allows love to grow deeper, commitment to strengthen, and connection to last. So there you have it. The five real ways a woman knows he's the man for her. She feels safe, feels peace, she sees direction, feels appreciated, and most importantly, she feels heard, supported, and not judged. That's not fantasy. That's not social media hype. That's real love, real partnership, and real commitment. If this video resonated with you, please hit that like button. It helps me reach more people who need to hear this. And don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel for more real talk about love, relationships, and life. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. This is Dee, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!